Hey folks, it's Phil from Clearwater Airsoft here. Thanks for joining me on this video. If you saw my story on Instagram earlier, you would have seen I received a box full of parts from the wonderful people at T8 Systems. Thank you very much to them for sending me this Noveske N4 CGS system gas blowback rifle to have a look at and to have a play with. I'm not receiving any money for it, but they did send me the gun for free. So do with that information what you will, but what I say will be completely unbiased. I'm not going to have any influence and nobody has any say over what I say about the product. So for those of you who know, the CGS system was developed by T8 with Ivike manufacturing group. So it's like their gas blowback platform, and they've got quite a few guns out already. And they've got quite a few new ones on the horizon, including some really nice retro ARs, if that's your thing. But this is the N4, so there's a lot of N4s on the market at the moment, and this is a really nice version of it. I don't know if it's fully licensed. I'm assuming so because it comes with a nice little card with a hologram on, and it also has a lot of Noveske markings all over it, even down to, I don't know if it will show up very well, the body pins have the Noveske cross on, the bolt does, the charging handle does, and it also says Noveske on there. The rail obviously does, and if we flip it over, there's the Noveske marking on the receiver as well. Oh, and on the gas block and on the barrel. Took me literally 20 minutes to put it all together. So yeah, it was a really easy gun to build. Uses the same hop system as the MWS. Doesn't have a Z plate like the MWS system does, but it has a very similar trigger box. The rollers on, the bolt is very similar to that as well. As a big VFC user, there's a couple of things. It's not as smooth. The trigger isn't as good as a VFC, but I expected that. But otherwise, build quality is pretty spot on. The pins are a bit tight, but I'd rather have them a bit tight than wobbling around. There's very little, if any, receiver wobble. The rail's nice and tight, and it does interface with the upper receiver. There's a pin on there just above where the gas tube goes in to lock it in place. Then you've got the 6 screws on the rail to hold it. There is a little gap. I don't know if it'll show up really. It's not going to show. There's a gap there, which isn't great, but it's not the end of the world. The magazine, I quite like it. It's got the 300 blackout fake rounds on, and then it's got the purple T8 gas router. I've put a mag through it. The hop is appalling at the moment. I haven't set it, so it was reaching the end of my garden with 0.3s, which is 30 meters, 25 to 30 meters away. Some of them were going a little bit further, but it was pretty consistent. And it's not the warmest of days over in the UK either. So once I've got the hop set, I think it's going to shoot quite nicely. Yeah, you got like a Magpul-esque style pistol grip and stock, but they aren't, and they're not branded as such. In fact, it even has the Noveske cross on the pistol grip. But for a reasonably priced gas blowback rifle, if you're looking to get into gas blowbacks, initially, very happy. I need to obviously put some mags through it and see how it performs and how it holds up with some sustained usage. But my initial first impressions are very good. It is most definitely not VFC. It doesn't have the refinement in the trigger. The recoil isn't as strong, although it's certainly not weak. But yeah, as a re-entry for me back into like the MWS ecosystem, which I've not been in for a long time, but I used to. In fact, I had one of the first MWSs when they were launched nearly 10 years ago. So I am very familiar with the platform. I'm looking forward to getting some time with it. Thanks for joining me, and stay tuned for more N4 content as well as other things that I've got coming up. If you're not already subscribed, please do. Subscribe, drop me a like and a follow, and then you'll get notified when I release any new videos. So that's just a really quick overview of the T8 CGS system Noveske N4 gas blowback rifle. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.